Hello. Okay. So I'm just gonna be streaming for a little bit, just a little bit. It'll be short. But I think my girlfriend's gonna call pretty soon. But I just want to talk about I was just remembering some stuff a second ago, and I thought, you know what? Might as well record it. All right. And so first thing is I'm looking for a job right now. And it made me think about my job over the summer, because I had a summer job. And over the summer, I worked at this shaved ice business, the shaved ice stand. And we worked at different locations, one of which was like this kind of mall area. It's this mall thing, like an outlet. That's what it's called. All right, I worked there over the summer. And it was pretty good. You know, nothing bad. I'd get hours, get good long hours, some money from that. I just realized I can't get in through there. I got crawl space under my house. But anyways, I used to do that. But I remember this one time. So I'm working there. And so essentially, I'm working alone this time. I'm working alone this whole shift, this whole day. And essentially what I'm doing is I am just like, I make shaved ice. That's what I did. Took people's orders, made the shaved ice, gave the people what they wanted. That's how it went. And so as I'm doing this, it was very slow. It's a very slow day. Okay. But I was eating, I was on the cut over the summer. I was eating some protein bars during work. You know, just some food. And so I was eating protein bars, a lot of them. But something about them was making my stomach not feel too great. Alright, and so I had to take a shit. And I just ignored that for a bit. You know, like, it can wait. It's not that bad. It's not urgent. Alright, and so then I'm gonna go use the bathroom. But I get a customer. Alright, and so I'm like, okay. I'm gonna help these customers first. Alright, I'm gonna just take some orders. Like two people. Just two people. So it's nothing. So I take their order, I get it done, and then someone else comes. I'm like, I'm annoyed by now because I have to take a shit like I'm about to shit my pants. Alright. And so I take their order, they wanted ice cream. And so to get the ice cream, I had to take it out of the freezer. So I open this freezer, and it's a big freezer, big old ice box. It takes up my view, so I can't see anyone. And so I grab the ice cream, put it in, takes like a few minutes. Then when I close the freezer lid and look back up, there's a line of like 10 people. Which still isn't too bad, because 10 people can sometimes be pretty quick. That can be like 10 smalls. It doesn't take that long. But it's still very annoying, because I have to shit so bad. And so I'm just cussing out in my brain. Like, I can't actually say anything, but I really just want to, you know, it's awful. It sucks. I'm angry. Okay. So that happens. And then the line doesn't stop. It just keeps on coming. And about 30 minutes go by, and I'm prairie dogging it at this point. The turd is like the gopher's left the hole. Okay? It sees its shadow. And it's not going back in. But I suck it back in. Alright, vortex, just get it back in there. Alright. And now I just gotta hold off, man. Alright, and so there's these customers that are coming over. This is once I finish the line. There's some customers coming over, and I'm just like, yo. I just close it in front of them, and they're like, aw, hey. And then I dash. I fall and sprint. I look like an idiot. Run to the bathroom. Alright. I wasn't going that fast, alright? I still wanted to look like normal, but just, I was rushing. Very much rushing. I think I dropped my phone or something. And it was just embarrassing. I felt very embarrassed. And so I was running over. And I get to the bathroom. Alright, there's like a little line at the door. But the people weren't trying to get in. They're just talking there. It's annoying. So I push past them. Get inside. Just rush into the bathroom. I go in, I see a stall immediately, so I just get in the stall. I pull my pants, I start taking a shit, and dude, I felt like $1,000,000. It was so great. being able to shit after all that. It was incredible. One of the best feelings out there. Alright, if you're a human being that's lived on this planet, you know the experience that I'm talking about. It was beautiful. Anyways, I'm taking this shit. I pop on Reels oh my gosh. I pop on Reels real quick to see any messages, any DMs. And as I'm looking at Reels, while getting the rest of the, getting the rest of the brown to leave town, I hear a voice. I hear laughing. And it's a woman's laugh. It's women's voices. And so I'm like, oh no. And then I think about it. I'm like, wait, yeah. I walked straight into a stall. Because there only were stalls. I'm in the woman's bathroom. Alright, I'm taking a shit in the ladies' room. I hear these women's laugh. There's all this chatter. Alright, and these girls are talking about, like, their husband. They're talking about fucking, like, curtains. Or, like, something like shower. What are those called? This, like, shower. Like, it's the curtains in the shower. So, like, water doesn't get out. They're talking about that. And they're, like, laughing about it. And they're so loud. They're so loud. I'm just trying to take a shit. Now, I am intruding on their space. That's on me. But, I mean, jeez. Can y'all shush? Anyways, that finally passes. And then, I'm free. I'm a free man after that. And so, once I hear the voices go away, I just quickly get out of there. I do not wash my hands. Alright? Did not wash my hands at all. And I went right back to serving shaved ice. No, I'm kidding. I went into the boys' room, washed my hands. Then I went back to serving. But dude, it was awful. That was a terrible experience. That was like a bottom 10 experience. It was not a fun one at all. We have a guest on the show tonight. We have Luke. You want to say a word?
What's up, guys? So today Alma is...
Goonie.
Do you have the haunted mod?
No, this is Naomi and I's world.
Naomi! Hi!
She is doing something right now.
Can she hear me?
No.
Really?
No one's here.
This is the roughest relationship, guys. Welcome back to Toxic Toxic
Chill,
or Not.
chill.
What?
Chill.
She watching the live?
No, just chill.
Alma's about to choke me and kill me if I say a little too much.
I would love to choke you out. That'd be so sexy.
This is my brother, by the way, biological. Toasty?
Dude, it is some nice warmth. Dude, Ginger has been hopping around the room all day. She is one active rabbit. She wants to hang out by that. I think it's under docs and then chat. Oh, the chat is active today. We have no viewers. Dude, I told the story about the poop incident. When working shaved ice. When I was working shaved ice, I really had a shit, and then I ran into the woman's bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Wait, are you live?
Yeah, I was just doing a bit of story time because I'm bored.
Do you know approximately how long into the video it would have been?
And 35 an hour. That's all I need to say. All you need to know. 35 an hour. Untaxed. And I'm just getting food right now. Yo, where did you come from? Chat, do you think spiders would be allowed in Agartha? Because I don't. Spiders are just too, like, wriggly. Agarthans probably have more advanced animals than spiders. You know? I don't know, could just be me. Man, I have a lot of stories, but I forget them. Oh, you know what? I can tell you some of my encounters. Alright, I'll go into the base. I'll work on the basement while I tell this one. Because, I don't know. Basement just has that basement aura. Alright, so, as you may or may not know, I have a girlfriend, and she lives in the District of Columbia. Alright, now I do not live there at all. I live far, far away. No, I don't. Not that bad. But anyways, we live pretty distant from each other. Damn, really anywhere during the night. I'll be home anywhere from maybe like 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. Anywhere in between. That's when I get home. So very, very random. Very random schedule. But with this means that I'm doing a lot of driving at night, which I like a lot. I really like to drive around at night. It's such a vibe. It's so chill. But with this means that it's like so empty on the road. And I'll speed. You know what? I'll admit it. I'm a speedy guy. Okay? It's nighttime. I'm speeding. Alright. Now, there are some cops on this road, and I've mostly memorized by now where they all hang out and stuff. So I'm not getting tickets. I got pulled over once, but that was somewhere completely different. But, yeah, that's the situation. But anyways, at night, I'll be driving home at these very odd hours. And what will happen is I'll see animals, mostly, you know, nocturnal animals. I've had multiple times where, like, an owl will swoop in front of me, and it looks just so bizarre. Because when you're going, like, 80 miles per hour, and an owl swoops by, and it has, you know how owls look? They have, like, that big, domed, almost like a cat, like a cat's face going on. How did he hit me? But, you know, those will look weird, but I've seen some very weird things at night. One of which was, I was driving alone. All of these are alone, by the way. Because, like, who the hell am I going to take with me? Like, yeah, they're all alone. Anyways, I was driving home one night, and I'm just leaving DC and entering the Maryland area. And as I'm doing this, I see this deer. And it's about to cross the road, but it's like sprinting across the road. And this thing, it looks lowered. Like, it looks like someone like an old Infinity that got bought out by, like, some teenager. And now it's been lowered to the ground. It looked like that, but like in deer form. It's hard to explain. But it essentially just had, like, knees. Like, it never really had feet or, like, that lower... You know how, like, deer's legs are separated into, like, two parts? Like, deers basically have, like, knees. And there's, like, the lower part of the leg. It essentially didn't have the lower parts. Alright, now, this could be wrong, because, once again, I was going, like, 70 miles per hour, and I'm passing this thing. Thinking I was going to hit it at first, too. I was like, shit, I'm going way too fast. But, you can always just turn to the left or whatever, it's fine. But it looked so freaky. And that just spooked me out that whole night. It was very spooky. Another crazy thing I saw one night. And these are all things I can have a hand on the Bible for. Like, I'm not lying about any of this. I mean, I guess none of it's crazy enough for me to lie about in the first place. But just to let you know, I tell the truth. Nothing but the truth. Alright? Now, something is, here in Maryland, I think it's northern? Eastern? It's something. Maybe it's southern, actually. It's some direction, and then, like, flying squirrel. We have flying squirrels here in Maryland. My brother and I have seen them before in the woods. We actually took a video of them. I can show you all that sometime. But we've seen flying squirrels before. They live around here. And I was driving home one night, and I see one flying across the road. Like, up. It was kind of up a bit, but it was just enough to get into the high beam. Like, where my high beams shine, so it was bright enough to go through there. And, bro, it was being chased by, like, a owl or a hawk or something. Like, some bird was, like, about to, like, go and swoop it. Like, is that not so weird? That's weird. It looked weird. It's freaky. Never seen it before. Like, the chances of seeing that animal at all is very low, and now it's being chased by something. And I remember just thinking, what did I just see? That's strange. Very strange. Alright, now something else that I've seen is people fucking. I see a lot of people just fucking on the side of the road at night. You know, when you're driving home at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., it's usually around 2. I will see, especially at this one spot on my way home, there will be a car, usually like a black Chevy. What was that? A Malibu? Is that what it's called? Something like that. Anyways, I'll see it, and it will be like pulled over on the road, but it'll be trying to hide behind a tree, but you can still see like most of it. All right, and so I drive past it sometimes because it's sometimes there, and one time I went slower than usual, just to try to see who's in there, and it's tinted, so it's hard to see who's in there, but it's moving, it's rocking. It is wobbling like that kind of, like, it is really moving. So somebody was putting in some work at 2 a.m. off the side of the road, just the main road. And I thought that was wild because, like, you know, their police do occasionally drive down that. So a cop could just see y'all cracking on the side of the, it's the main road. Like, not even secluded at all. You can still see your entire car. Like, that bush that covers your front right tire doesn't do much. Alright? I thought that was strange. What just did you see? I, like, looked and the dog moved with my eyes. I have dog paw control. But, what am I saying, dude? Paw control. Something like that. Dude, I gotta cook this. Another thing. Here's a big one. Here's a big story. Alright, I'll tell you all this one. There was this one night, okay? Driving home. Well, I dropped the girlfriend off. Alright. Now, I've told this one before on my brother's YouTube channel, I think. I will not be telling y'all what that is, because y'all don't need to know that. And I look extremely fat in that one. And I'm ashamed. But, anyways, I'm gonna tell you all the story from it. So, basically, I'm at my girlfriend's house. I dropped her off, alright? And you need to understand, she lives in an apartment complex. Like a condominium kind of thing, sort of. And it's got this big lobby room in the front. In this lobby room, instead of, like, normal walls and doors, it's just this big glass kind of wall. This big glass wall with glass doors. And so everything's see-through. You can look through it all. I mean, it is a normal wall, but it just has giant glass. Like, it just has really big windows, huge windows. And you can really just see everything. Alright, and so I dropped the girl off. I went up the elevator, dropped her off at her place. You know, and got off the elevator. I was about to leave through the lobby, but I hear knocking, just like a banging. Like that level banging. And so I'm a little freaked out, because, like, what the hell is that? And I look, and there's this man who's just, like, up against the glass like this. And he's just staring out the window. And he's, like, banging. He's banging on it while staring right out it. Which would be in it for me. So he's staring right into the room that I'm in. And so I'm kind of off in the corner. Like the elevator, you have to go up some stairs to get to it. But you can still see me. And so I, like, turn away. But right before I turn away, I can see that he noticed me. He sees me. And so now he shouts. He's like, hey! And then I get back in the elevator. I'm frantically just pressing buttons. And I get in. I go down. And the way that this building's built is that there's this little drive-in place by the front lobby. And I'm parked there. So this guy's right next to my car. But you have to go up some stairs to get to the door. So my car is, like, below him. Alright? So essentially, imagine this. Right here is where my car is parked. Right up these steps, pretend these are steps, he's here looking through the window. My car's here. I need to get over there. Here's the door. Alright? What? Okay. So, I can't do that. So what I instead do is I go down a layer. So I'd be, like, going down here. And then I went out the door on that layer, which is on the other side. And I walked around the lower part. And there are these bushes here, so he can't see me. Alright, and so he's still banging on the thing. And so I go over here, and my car has, like, a button on the handle. So, like, if my keys are next to the car, I can press the button, it'll unlock it. So I do that, I get in, I quickly slam it, I quickly just press the push to start, it turns on. Turn the high beams on, not high beams, just headlights. And I'm about to drive away. I look up to see him once more to like check and see if he's still there. And he's gone. He is not there anymore. Alright, and so I'm a little freaked out. My car just got done starting up. I'm about to put it in drive. And then all of a sudden, he's knocking. He's knocking on my windshield, my car door. Alright, he's knocking on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I start to drive away. And he's like, hey, can you give me the keys to the building? Can you let me inside? Come on, man. I know you have them. Let me in. And I'm like, no, I don't. So I put the car in drive. I get out of there. And I can hear his hands like squeak on the car. You know that sound like that? And it was freaky. Like this guy looked deranged. Like he's drunk as hell. Clearly. Like he's very drunk. He's acting drunk. He looks drunk. But it was very scary. And so I get home. I call my girlfriend. Tell her about that. You know, just keep in mind that there's like a psychopath outside your building. And yeah, that was that. I've also left her place and heard gunshots before, and then saw cops go flying down the road. So there's definitely shooting there at one point, which is something to note. Yeah, lots of fun experiences in DC, guys. Great place, great place. But yeah, that's it for that, I guess. There's more. What do I need? I need wood. That's what I'll do. I'll go chop down some trees. These trees can go 3 times in the old place that I used to live at. So here's some lore. I used to live in a basement, as most teenage boys end up doing. I used to live in a basement. It was my grandparents' house. And I used to live down there. And I lived like basically alone because sometimes, actually a lot of times, my grandparents wouldn't be home. So it'd just be me in the house alone. And it gets a little freaky because it's a big house. And I'm just alone in this basement. And I'd play TV and stuff. But I'd always think that I'm hearing something, you know. It's very... It gets you on your nerves when you're all alone like that. And so that was just kind of normal life for that, though. That was nothing special. But what was special was that my dad was away for winter break. And so were my grandparents. And so I'm alone for a while. And while this would sound nice to most people, to me, that means I'm alone. Like alone in this big house. And so it's snowing. There's actually quite a bit of snow. And so with the snow, I would bring in, I'd bring in snow whenever I came inside, because it'd get stuck on my boots, and then it'd fall off in the house. And the house has the heat on, and so the heat melts it, and now there's puddles. So I have to go around and clean up all these puddles. And so that was just kind of a process. But something that I noticed was that when I'd be gone during the day, like, I would go outside for the whole day during break. Just go sledding, hike in the woods, just enjoying the snow. I'm big on snow. I like snow. And so I'd be gone the whole day. And one time, well, actually quite a few times, I'd come home, and I have a key to the front door of this building, to this house. And I'd come home, and it would be locked. Like, the house would be locked. But I left it unlocked. And so then I was concerned. I was like, why is it unlocked? Or why is it locked? I left it unlocked. And so then I started locking it, because now I'm afraid someone's getting in and locking themselves in. And so I started locking it, and it would stay locked, but now it's doing the opposite. Now it's sometimes unlocked. And so it's really strange. Just like it'd always be the opposite, or it'd just be something kind of random. Oh, there's the dog. Here, I want this dog. How do I tame you? Okay. Now that he's angry, he's gonna follow me, which is what I want. So I can bring him home. I can make him my friend. Wait, where did he go? Hey, buddy. Come here, buddy. Okay. Yo, where's this dog? Hey, buddy. You're my friend now. Look at this dog. Okay, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it'd always be locked or unlocked. Now, I'm sure sometimes I'd be forgetting if I locked it or not. Here, you two, you're friends now. Look. Or husband, wife. Look at you. Naomi's gonna be so happy I got her another dog. I'll let her be the one that makes them have pups, so they could be her dog. But anyways, so this stuff's kind of freaking me out. And something else that's happening. Something else happens, and that is my little brother, who lives at a different house. My little brother lives somewhere else, but it's in the same neighborhood. He gives me a call, and he's like, "Do you know whose car this is?" And there's some van that's parked outside the front of the house at that house. And I'm like, "No, I don't got a clue, cause I don't know. I have no clue who this is. Just some random car." And so he's like, "Okay. Well, it's been parked out here a couple of times, and like, is even here for a whole night one night." So I was like, "Yeah, that's interesting. Probably just like construction or something." Alright, and still to this day, I have no clue what that thing was, or who that was. Alright, we have a very quiet neighborhood, so stuff like that is very strange. Because, like, that's just so out of the blue. We never have random stuff like that. Just like a car that's parked outside someone's driveway for a while. That's just uncommon. And so that happens. And so I come home, and this time I know I locked the door. I very much locked the door. I come home, and the door's locked, which is nice. But the back door is slid open slightly. It's slightly open, the back door. The back glass sliding door. So that kind of freaked me out. But something that I noticed was that there was a puddle. As if, like, I came inside and, like, walked around with the snow boots. And the snow went off, it melted, that whole cycle. There's a puddle on the ground right by the front door. But there's also a couple by the back door. And I never went to the back door. And I saw the puddles there before I got there. So that means that they're old. That means that the snow had the time to melt. So someone who isn't me has been at this house that's supposed to just be me there and went out the back door. And so now I'm freaked out. I'm like, okay, that's scary. What is that? What is that about? All right. And so that night, I still sleep there. All right. I stay the night there. But that night, I'm laying in bed. I'm playing, just watching TV. Thing is like Modern Family, Duck Dynasty, something like that. I had Hulu back then. You hear that? I was bougie. I used to be rich. I used to have Hulu. Also, I'm scared from this breaks because it's going to be really loud. Ah, there it goes. Okay. But anyways, I'm watching TV. And I hear footsteps upstairs. Like, I hear creaking. And so I'm very paranoid. And so I pause the show and I listen. I don't hear anything. So I continue the show. And then I hear it again. So I pause it again. And I'm sketched out. Because I'm still thinking about all the things that happened earlier. I'm still freaked out from that. So I keep listening. And it goes away. And so I press play. And I'm just watching my show. And then all of a sudden, I hear just like giant footsteps. Like really loud, real thumpy. Like before, the footsteps I was hearing before could have been the dogs. Because I had dogs there. There's 3 dogs that live there. And they're 3 little dogs. And they could have been making the sound. But now this is distinguished. These are footsteps that I'm hearing upstairs. I'm in the basement, remember? So my door has a lock, so it was already locked, by the way. I was scared already. So the door's locked, and I'm hearing these footsteps, and I'm just terrified. All right, I'm borderline shitting my pants. I'm scared, okay? And you would be too. I'm sure you would. But, what the hell? But, yeah, it's some scary stuff. And so I hear these footsteps. And now I'm paranoid. I'm like, okay. Well, what, is that even paranoia? Because that's such a normal thing to be scared of, is when you hear super loud footsteps at home when you're supposed to be alone. Yeah, that's not, no, that's just normal for me to be scared. Right? I'm not paranoid. And so I hear that, and I'm panicked. Alright? And then, I thought that was the worst it can get right there. It's just that. No, it gets way worse. After that, I hear those super loud footsteps running down the basement stairs. So they're going to the basement, which is where I'm at. I'm in the basement, but I'm in a room in the basement. I had set up a room in the basement where I lived. Alright? And so I have a hatchet in my room. I grab the hatchet. I'm terrified. And so I shout, Luke, which is my brother's name. I'm like, Luke, what are you doing? Like, buddy, get out. Like, stop, it's not funny anymore. And then, like, 10 minutes pass. I'm, like, at the standstill. I'm like, I don't know what to do. You know, like, I'm just I guess I was just trying to convince myself that it was my brother pulling a prank. Because I wanted to believe that. And so, to confirm this, I call my brother. And then he picks up and he's like, hello. And he's kind of he's whispering. And I'm like, okay, it probably is him. He's, like, whispering so I don't hear him in real life. But then I hear his girlfriend in the background. And my heart drops. I'm like, oh, shit. And so I ask him, where are you at? And it's like, yeah, I'm at my girlfriend's house. So he's at his girlfriend's house, not where I'm at. I can hear his girl talking to him. So shit, dude, that means that it's not him there. Alright? And so then I'm like, dude, come over right now. Alright? Luckily, they live in, like, the same neighborhood. And he's like, dude, do I have to? I'm like, yes, dude, come over right now. Right this instant, come over. And so he's like, okay. And so he runs on over. And on his way, I call my other brother to make sure it's not him. My other brother isn't even in the same state as me. Alright? So that means that it cannot be either one of my brothers. So now I'm terrified. Because what the hell is that? Alright? And so then my brother Luke, he comes home. But he's at the front door, which I locked. And I also locked the back door after what I saw. So he can't get in the building. And I can go over there and open it for him. But that means that I have to go out of my room, up the stairs, and to the front door to let him in. And so I'm terrified as shit. But I just gotta work up the courage. So I grab the hatchet, I open the door, and I just run to the stairs, run up the stairs. I'm yelling the whole time. I'm just shouting, cussing, swinging around in the dark. Because the lights were off in the basement, and it's nighttime, so I can't see anything. I run upstairs. Look at that derpy-ass skeleton. I run upstairs, go to the front door, unlock it as fast as possible, run outside, and my brother thinks I'm insane. He's like, what the hell are you doing? What are you on about? And so I tell him the whole situation. Him and I go inside. He grabs a kitchen knife out of the kitchen, and we walk down the basement, turning on all the lights, looking through all the rooms throughout the entire house. We look through every room. We check them all. We check the upstairs. We check the downstairs. We check the basement. We check all the bathrooms. I was borderline about asking to check the attic, but we didn't do that. Alright? And so after that, I go in and hang out at my mom's house for a bit. Alright? Because I'm still scared. But at the time, there's nowhere I could sleep. Except for the couch, which was covered in, like, wet snow that everyone left on it. Because for some reason, people would go on the couch with, like, their snow clothes on and just get puddles on it. And so we're like, okay, I got a plan. So now, me and my brother have a sleepover. And I was like, you can sleep outside of my room, in the basement, because there's a couch, and you can sleep on the couch. It's a big couch, it's comfy. And he's like, fuck no. Like, I'm sleeping in the room with you, where there's a lock. I'm sleeping in the locked room. So we share the bed, and we have sweet gay sex. I'm kidding. Anyways, after we blew each other, I'm kidding. After that, we're just chilling there, alright? We're listening for noises. We're, like, farting and stuff. Exchanging snaps. You know, just, like, with dumbass filters or whatever. and really just talking about girls. Because at the time, I was in a talking stage. I was in a talking stage with my current girlfriend. All right, and the day before, I filmed her a video and sent her a video about how I think my home is haunted. And it's a miracle that I'm still with her today, let alone ever pulled her at all. Figuring that in the talking stage, I sent her a video talking about how I believe in a ghost that lives in my house. You know, like I sounded insane, I bet. But anyways, that happens, we fall asleep. I wake up, and I feel something wet on my feet. And I look, and it's my brother sucking my feet off. And it felt so good that I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to stop. And before I knew it, I woke up again, and it was all a dream. And he's in the bed next to me, and we wake up, exchange a handshake, and then go our separate ways. End of story. But yeah, it was terrifying. It was scary as shit. Like, that was... And that's the only time I plan to ever sleep with a guy in my bed. You know? But yeah, that's that story. It was scary. It was terrible. Moral of the story, lock your shit. Lock your windows. Lock your doors. And don't be home alone for too long. You know, things might get to you. The demons, the monsters, they're real. They're very real. But yeah, that was that. It was scary. Now, I do have more ghost stories that involve the house that I live in today. Those might be interesting to you. You know what? Why not? Fuck it. Let's run it. You know? I might be having a 2-hour delay tomorrow because it might snow. So, I can stay up a little bit. I can tell. Alright. Next story. This is another Home Alone one. I'm home alone a lot because, like, everyone in my family works. My sister, like, used to not work, but she just kind of hang out with my mom and stuff. Like, anyways, I'm home alone most of the time, though a lot of times I'm with my little brother. But at this time, he wasn't home, so I'm home alone, and it's at this current house. Alright, and so, what are you doing, bro? Like, lay off my dog, bro. You had beef with the dog, bro. You had to go. Anyways, I'm home alone. I'm in the kitchen at the house. I don't know. I'm probably just eating something. Stuff in my face. I'm fat as fuck. It's what I do. Probably just eating. And, I go to wash my hands. But there's no soap in the kitchen. So I gotta go wash my hands in the lower bathroom. So I go over to the lower, so like the main floor bathroom, where I'm at. So the same floor as the kitchen. There's a bathroom. And it has soap. So I go there, I wash my hands, and turn off the faucet, leave the room, go back in the kitchen, and I don't know what I was doing. I was probably cooking something. But then I hear the faucet turn on again. I go over, I turn the faucet back off. Alright. The faucet is off. And so I go back into the kitchen, and now this one this story here, this one I'm like so sure it's something to do with my brain, because the other one genuinely could have been someone who broke into the house, but this one's more like paranormal, so it probably is just more of me that probably just was paranoid or something, going insane. I don't know. So this one I doubt was from anything authentic, like any genuine ghosts. I think it was just my brain playing tricks on me. But anyways, I'll continue. Though I don't know how to explain the faucet one, because the faucet was just turning on. Maybe it's just leaky. You know, we have a leaky faucet every now and then. All right. But anyways, I go back into the kitchen after I turn the faucet back off, and I turn around to like grab something from the shelf. But as I turn around, I can see it. Shut the hell up. Why are you growling at me? But here, I'll make it look like realistic here. I turn around to quickly see what's on the shelf here. Here's like the kitchen counter. Turn around to look at the shelf. But as I pass it, I see the stairs. Like this, right here. Like this. You see the stairs. And what I see is right here. See these two little lines? In between them, I see fingers. Like a human hand reached down. And so I look back instantly. I'm like, what the hell did I just see? And I'm paranoid as shit. Because that was terrifying. That is so scary. Alright? And so I hold on to a kitchen knife. I'm holding my kitchen knife out like this. I'm holding it right here. And I am like, what the hell was that? And then the faucet turns on again. And that scared the shit out of me. And so I stay in this position for like 5 minutes until my mom got home. Thank goodness she got home. My little sister comes running in with her. And then I run outside and say hello to my mom. And act like nothing happened. And then I tell them about it. But in like a way that doesn't make me seem like a scaredy cat. But yeah, that's that one. It was very scary. Now, how do I explain that one? I don't know. That one was some phenomenon. Definitely had to do with paranoia, I bet. That guy's probably just scared. But yeah, that was that one. It was a scary one. Huh? Dude, I need dirt. Now, what other stories can I tell? It's a good question. I once met a man whose name was Sam, and he said, "Sam, I am." What's funny is, out of all the stories I told you so far, that's the only one that's fake. The fucking Sam, I am. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm sure I'd be able to think of more stuff later. But I just want to share those ones. Hope you're enjoying your evening. And, yeah, I guess I'll log out. What are you barking about? What are you barking about, boy? What's all that bark? Let me see if anybody is viewing. I think my brother said he might join. Oh, he commented, "Oh my goodness, I'm famous. Girl messing with you? What the hell does that mean?" What? I like how I just reply to them in chat when they can literally hear me. Alright, learn more. Nice stuff. Dude, my dog is barking. Dude, I don't know. I want to complete this basement, but I don't know if I should really go all the way out to make it on both sides. I mean, I guess I should, yeah. It's just annoying with the iron pick. But I guess kind of the whole reason I'm making this room is because I live in a cold biome. And I think if I make it underground, I can place water and it won't freeze. Which is nice. And I can keep growing my sugarcane so I can get bookshelves. That's the goal. My dog is strange. Look at these. You know, I don't know what to do for floor. I don't know what palette I should do for the floor. I was thinking just some cobblestone around the edge. Kind of like this. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, Yeah, I think that works. 1, 2, 3. That is all the blocks I need. Hi. Alright, so the walls, I think I'll just do spruce, because I have an abundance of spruce, clearly. Oh, the hand. Naomi. What happened, girl messing with you? The hand. What does that mean? It's like piecing together a puzzle right here with words. What happened, girl messing with you? The hand, it was... Oh, Naomi's hand. Oh, that makes sense. She wasn't home then. She wasn't there. I was completely home alone. Which is what... I mean, it could have been the spirit of Naomi. Maybe she's just so damn angry at me that her ghost left her body to come over and fuck with me. That might be the case. I think you're onto something. Now, spruce. Dude, oh wait, I have 58. I just mined that. Or I guess cut it down. Look, boom. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, these walls are spruce. They're in the walls. Under my skin. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm singing. Quiet. Well, not so quiet, but just way quieter than that. Mojang, can we please get like a good dog update? Where we make... Okay, that's great. I guess that's what I get for dissing man's best friend. Oh, wait, this is smart. Million IQ play right here. Top 10, I think, moments 2025 or something. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful. It's not going to look like you're making a basement. Or, no, I don't want that. I don't want it. Dude, these dogs are on something. Wow! Bruh, why are they so loud? I swear they used to not be that loud. Ginger just brushed up against my feet and it scared me. Right, let's go check out the basement. Oh, it's dark in here. You know, it is coming together though. It looks very unfinished, which it is. Alright. Let's see what they said. The hand. Yeah, it was Naomi. Yeah, oh damn, maybe. Yeah, see, I'm onto something. These are good ideas. Now, there's something else that happened before. There was something that went on. Some situation. Oh yeah, I'll tell you guys about the haunted bump. This one will scare you, all right? This one's spooky, very spooky. Okay, so back about, gosh, it's been maybe 3 years. That's insane. Yeah, I guess like 3 years. Damn, that's crazy. 3 years already. Yeah, I guess so. Well, what year? Something like that. Anyways, 2 or 3 Thanksgivings ago, so right before that, I guess there's, what year would this have been? This would have been sophomore year. So yeah, during sophomore year, so close to this time too. So far in sophomore year, alright? I could not drive yet, so I had to take the bus to school. Alright? And by doing this, I had to wake up kind of early, because I gotta make the bus, you know? Now, with this change of waking up early and being, you know, very dedicated to making it there on time, I had to change my schedule drastically to wake up earlier. And so this schedule change meant that if I had to poop, I had to do it quickly and efficiently in the morning. Alright? No time to dilly down. And so, I'd wake up early in the morning and I'd take a shit. Now, something that came from this, however, this adverse side effect of shitting in the morning, was that I actually had to push out the turd very, very fast. Because I had to make time to get onto the bus and do the other things in the morning. And so, by constantly pushing all this shit out super fast every morning, I eventually stressed the nerve endings in my asshole enough to get them to the point where they swole. So these swollen glands in my cheeks would bleed eventually. And this would get infected, and this essentially led to where I am today, which is hemorrhoids. Alright, I got hemorrhoids. They're very painful things. If you ever had them, you know what I mean. But they were terrible. And so right after Thanksgiving, the week after Thanksgiving, it got really bad. The bump got huge. It kept on growing and growing and growing and showing, and man, it hurt. I could not sit down. I had to lay on my stomach. You know, it was awful. And so, about a week after Thanksgiving, also I'm not in school during this time. So I'm taking it'd be like about 2 weeks till I go back to school. Which was when my grades dropped drastically because I was not in school. I was terrible at the assignments. I didn't understand anything. Alright, so now I'm at home all the time. What do I do at home? I eat. So now I'm gaining weight at home, alone, isolated. My grades are dropping. I'm in constant pain with hemorrhoids. My life is crumbling. Alright? It was terrible. I couldn't sit down. And so I couldn't go to school. I couldn't move. It was painful. It was terrible. But one night I'm at my mom's house. I'm doing like this salt bath. It's like you put Epstein salt, what the fuck? Epsom salt, that's what it's called. You put Epsom salt in a warm bath, you stir it about, you get in there, and you bathe. And it soothes the nerves. Alright, it's supposed to let the hemorrhoids go away. But what this did was, this one night, I'm laying in there, and the bump is so bad. It is so big. And last thing I remember was so much pain that I passed out. Like, it felt like I got shot all of a sudden. Like, I was in tons of pain, but all of a sudden it felt like I was shot. So I passed out, like, basically just passed out. I don't really remember. It was all kind of blurry. But anyways, I remember waking up in a pool of, like, blood and pus and icky stuff. And it was nasty and gross and disgusting. And then I felt so good. I felt like $1,000,000. And what happened was my butthole exploded. My asshole popped. It popped open. Alright? And so the thing was gone. So, yay, yippee! But what happened was it left like a little tunnel system that's called like an anal fistula, and so I still have that to this day, and it causes major discomfort to minor discomfort, and sometimes not even no discomfort, like you can't even notice it sometimes. But it still ruins my life in certain ways. But that was the start of it all. So that's the scariest story I will be telling y'all tonight. Let's see how the chat reacted to that one. Let's see how they enjoyed it. Don't forget about the violence of your shots. But Naomi likes them. What is the violence of your shots? What does that mean? Don't forget about the violence of your shots. What shots? Like rabies shots? I don't have rabies. The violence of your shots. The hell does that mean? Violence of my shorts, my shats, my sharts. The violence. I don't know. But Naomi likes it. I can't say bad word. Don't forget about the violence of your shits. Is that what you meant? with an I. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they were pretty violent. Oh yeah, still to this day, when I wipe, it looks like, like it hurts a lot. Okay, but when I wipe, it kind of looks like maybe like a German flag sort of thing, where there's like a brownish black of poop, and then right next to that is the red, and then sometimes the piss will like trickle down my badussi, and it'll get the yellow in there, so you have every color. Diddy, damn right. Or maybe like an Ireland thing, because sometimes the blood was more orangey, and then there'd be like the green stain in the middle, and then some of the wipe would be clean and white, so you'd have like white, green, and red kind of thing going on. I don't know. Yeah, that's my experience with that. So if you're someone who's going through this, my biggest recommendation is to end your life, because there's no way around it. It's not worth it. I'm kidding. Never do that. But go see a doctor, man. Like, I've been going through so many protosures, all these procedures and stuff. I've had colonoscopy, endoscopy, blood work, shots, tons. Also, I just did work and undid it immediately. I don't know why I did that. But I've had lots of stuff, but they'll get to the bottom of it. Alright, it's 2025. We can cure a hemorrhoid. Alright, I'm talking to no one right now. There's maybe one person watching, and it is a relative. Or my relative's girlfriend. But you know what? To future reference of anybody that decides... Okay, why am I placing the block, dude? I'm tired. I really hope there's a 2-hour delay, because I can already sense that I'm going to be very tired in the morning. Also, I was thinking about experimenting here. What if I did some of the cobblestone on the top as well? How does that look? Yeah, maybe? Maybe not? Let me see it all the way through. I kind of like it. And then if I make the floor this material... Well, actually the floor is going to be dirt and stuff. Here, tell me if you like this or not. Which one looks better? This one or that one? The one with cobble or the one without? Alright. I need to know. Cobble or no cobble? With. Okay. Thank you. That's all I need to know. I keep forgetting that there's such a drastic delay. I need to fix that. But there's like a 10 to 20 second delay from when I speak to when you hear me. So if I'm waiting for like a reply in the chat, I gotta remember that I have like a 20-second delay going on. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Guys. Which, by the way, let me carve out this. But I'm gonna put dirt here, and then I'm just gonna grow sugarcane. Actually, I'll see which one I have more, dirt or sand. But depending on that is what I'll put on the floor. Right under this stair line, though, I'm gonna do a strip of like log or something, just to separate. Thirsty. Look at that. You know, we're making progress. Okay, so can I convert this to sand? Is there what? Oh, I can make it into cut. No, that's not what I want. I think I have more dirt, so I'll use dirt for this. Yeah, okay. Is it nighttime? No, it's not. Let me make sure no chats. Yes. Okay, that was the last thing they said. Okay, doke. Let me go get some more dirt. Dude, I hope it snows. I really want to snow. Snow is just such a vibe. Like, even if I still have school, like, just looking out the window and seeing snow, like, it makes school way better. $25, I think that's all I need. Damn. Oh, this is not even. It's not even. Okay, well, what if I lay it out this way? What if instead of that, I did that? That works out. Okay, great. Okay, water bucket there. Let me go get more water. Water required. Okay, look at that. Ready for sugar cane. Anyone here? Anyone here? Oh, damn. Minus a million aura. Okay, 30. Perfect. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put slabs down to make it so... Oh, damn, I did not need to make that many. Oops. Whoa, what the hell? Where did you come from? Is it not bright enough in here? Dude, what the hell? It scared the shit out of me. Where'd he come from? Bro, Lil Jit really did just spawn out of nowhere. Oh, maybe it came from over there. Where down here is it dark enough? I guess this whole thing. Yep. Where did he come from? Huh. They really do be spawning. Look at that. That looks clean. It'll be a white Christmas. Wait, actually? Hold up. I'm sensing some fake news here. I'm being told that it's going to be a white Christmas this year. And I do not believe that. Dude, there's no way it's actually going to be a white Christmas. It's been so long. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, sugarcane farm is in the basement now. Let's go. I am being hopeful. You're being hopeful, but is there any data to back it up? Leap, please.
6'7",
Six,
6'7".
Elite 6
Hey.
reference.
Hey, you look pretty good. How about you hang up that computer call?
No.
Take that off. It's a little too heavy on you.
I don't want to. Hey. Oh. No. Stop it.
Damn, you get tighter, boy.
Stop
That
it.
shit. You're still fat in the back.
I'm making a sugarcane farm.
Hello, dear pretty girl. How are you? Good night.
She will hear you in a few minutes. I need to adjust the latency.
It'll be a white Christmas.
Yeah, she's saying it's gonna snow.
I mean, hopeful. It's about to be a white Christmas on your face, boy.
Yeah.
I hope she's still watching. I'm looking for a job. The first thing he says. Attitudes. Oh.
I see a creeper in the distance. I'm gonna go slime his ass.
How are you more? Yo, smell my arm.
Yo, what?
Smell my arm.
1 minute. Smells of Christmas cheer.
Rachel's is moisturized. It smells really good.
I am. Wait, she is what?
This is moisturizer. It smells really good. Smell my penis. It smells like candy cane.
Oh, it does. It does. I guess 1, 2, 3. It'd be right here. Yeah, there we go.
Unfinished business.
Oh, it uses full pieces of wood. The greed is insane. Calm awe game. Alright, I need more leather and more paper to make this. So I'm gonna take the bone meal and I'm gonna go to the basement. Alright, we got the paper. Make as many books as I can with that. 2 bookshelves. Not bad, not bad. Efficiency 1, that's not great. I'm seeing projectile protection 1. Okay, getting a sword right now. Sharpness 1, that's not terrible. I need more books, so I need leather. Which, is it about to be night? I think I got some time before bed. Actually, maybe fishing would be a good method. Let me see how much string I got. Definitely enough. Oh yeah, let's make a rod. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night, Ellen. Alright, see you. Have a good one. Alright, you know what? With that, I'm gonna end the stream. Alright? I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna do some fishing. You know?